Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I am Morris Merriweather, the author of Enough is Enough, and also the host of Straight Talking Room 503. I'm so glad that you could join us this 4th of July weekend. As we celebrate the 4th of July with family and friends, we need to know that there are also some fireworks going on in public education that shouldn't be. So we need to find out what is going on in public education. And ladies and gentlemen, you're at the right place in the right time and with the right person. I will take up the issue of public education this 4th of July weekend. So pause for a few moments and allow me to go to class, and you join me as we discuss the failure of public education. Thank you. Let's go to class. Ladies and gentlemen, just for a little information, First Lady Michelle Obama is the only three of the First Ladies with a graduate degree. How's that for Black history? Ladies and gentlemen, Representative Don King, our congressman, he is preparing a proposal, or has a proposal, to block Harriet Tubman from being on the $20 bill. Harriet Tubman was one of the most prominent abolitionists for her work in the Underground Railroad during the Civil War. She became the first black lady ever to appear on the U.S. banknote. Ladies and gentlemen, isn't it a shame that, and I'm just talking a little blackness for you for a few moments. We as a black race have never complained about who was on the currency in the United States of America. Then when it comes time for an abolitionist like Harriet Tubman to be on a $20 bill, then we got an irate congressman who is representing the people of the United States of America. He comes in and tries to block it, doesn't want a black woman on the U.S. currency. Ladies and gentlemen, that's just a little tidbit for black history. But let me talk real plain to you. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time now that we put race behind us. That is what got us in the predicament that we're in now. That we have white flight. That we have people who have went out and created academies and private schools so that they don't have to attend school with certain students. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to ask the parents of those students who deliberately move their child and put them in places where they don't have to attend with the poor class of kids. And not only are they fleeing from African American, they're fleeing from some of the poor whites. God made us all equal. My question to those parents who are teaching their child that everybody's not equal here in 2016, 15, and on and beyond. What will you tell them when they say, hey, Dad, hey, Mom, when we get to heaven, will there be a section for us and for them? Then let me listen to hear what your answer is. Ladies and gentlemen, we are failing in public education because we're not ready to do the right thing. We have got to put aside race and origin and background and cultures, and people are people, because the more we educate all people, the better it is for all of us. That's one of the reasons why public education is not faring well, because we have a GEM program for those students who we want to give an extra boost in public education. Put a whole lot of minority kids, black and white, Mexican, Puerto Rican, Hispanic, in public education when we want to depress them and keep them down. And then have honor programs for certain students. Allow a few blacks to come into the honors program, few blacks to come into the academy and private school for the mere purpose of getting federal dollars. Ladies and gentlemen, that's wrong. But yet this 4th of July weekend, they will be in church, those same people. Ladies and gentlemen, God is watching all of us, and we need to do better than what we're doing. Hang loose. We'll take one more small break, and we're going to come back and wrap this up. Thank you again for joining me. Ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to share this with you. Even this is something that came in the mail to me, and the topic of it, if you can't see it clearly, it says, protect our schools. Vote Representative Jimmy Eldred. Prioritizing groups, or privatization groups, I should read. Privatization groups are coming after Jimmy because they want to attack public education. Please vote in the primary. Isn't this sad that this literature is going all over the state of Tennessee, and it's about privatization groups are coming after representatives who support public education. Ladies and gentlemen, there has to be a reason. The reason is the almighty dollar. Has nothing to do with children getting a positive quality education. The devil come to kill, steal, and to destroy. And the same devils who are fighting public education come to do the same thing that Satan is doing. Kill, steal, and destroy. Kill those people off by taking away from a quality education. Ladies and gentlemen, without a quality education, you're doomed. Destroy that which has been built to help all children. Ladies and gentlemen, that's wrong. And it's steal anything you can so that we'll have more for certain kids. Isn't that a shame? And yet they call themselves Christians. Everyone is going to leave a legacy, whether it's good or bad. It's important that all of us leave a legacy. I wonder what your legacy will be. I trust that the legacy that I'm leaving is that I wanted to help and make sure that all children, black and white, rich and poor, get a positive, quality education. What will be your legacy? Have you ever just stopped for a moment and say, when I leave this world, what would I like it to say in reference to reaching out to someone's child or children? I just wonder what your legacy will be. Ladies and gentlemen, anything in life is worth fighting for. That's why I come to you week after week. I think it's worth fighting for public education. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for nothing. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time we do something. Parents need to talk with their children about the importance of a good education, what the workforce need, where you fit in with that workforce, what can you, I as a parent do, you as a relative or parents, or just you as a good Christian person, what can you do to make sure that all boys and girls and young men and young ladies receive an education? Because it's going to impact all of us. The clock on the wall says it's time to get out of here. I'll be back next week, same time, same place, and we'll talk again. I trust that you will join me as we continue this fight for public education. As I leave here, I want to leave this little food for thought. Your enemies are afraid of your future, and that's why they attack your past. And if they're successful, they will prevent you from reaching your future. Ladies and gentlemen, the future of public education is at an all-time low. The enemy is attacking the past and talking about what's in the past because they don't want to deal with the present. They want to deal with the future of public education. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Morris Merriweather, the author of Enough is Enough, and the host of Straight Talk in Room 503. Join me again as we talk about the failure of public education. Until then, we'll see you next time.